Alright, today we are going to focus on learning our first two-item move. We have a bottle. I'm using the Flairco bottle. You can get it at barproducts.com for about 20 bucks. They make a liter version and they make a 750 milliliter version. Use whatever's comfortable for you. Most people use the 1 liter. The nice thing about the 750 milliliter is that it does fit more into the tin, which we will get into a lot more down the road. There's a lot of great moves that you can do. It's called nesting or catching in the tin. So anyways, the two items we have, the bottle. You can use a Malibu bottle if you don't have a Flairco bottle. The nice thing about Malibu is that they stay wrapped up if you were to drop them and break them. But be sure and be safe. Definitely don't do this over concrete. Do it over comfortable carpet. And then the other thing that you have is the tin, cocktail shaker or a tin. There's a couple different kinds too. This is the 28-ounce tin, which is the most standard size, bigger tin. But the difference is, in between the two most common, is that there is, you can see it on here, there's a weight put right on the end of this. They make weighted and they make unweighted ones. You might be able to see it a little bit better. It's taped down on this one. I prefer the weighted tins. They give a little bit better spin to them. Some people really like the unweighted. Most common though, you'll find the weighted tins. Use whatever's most comfortable to you. It doesn't really matter. The move we're going to learn today, the two-item move, is called the swipe through. Again, it's a pretty simple move, though it is a two-item move, so it kind of, if you can't walk and chew gum at the same time, this is going to take a little bit of practice. But it's definitely a step up from some of the one-item moves that we're learning. Anyways, the swipe through is a move that looks like this. And again, I'll practice doing the other hand, being ambidextrous here. Alright, now what we're doing is, anytime you're going to do a two-item move, you want to make sure you actually break it down into just doing what each hand does independently. So the move that looks like this, as I'm throwing this hand, I'm moving this hand across my body from right to left, and then I'm taking the tin and really just rolling it off my fingers so that it comes up over that. So when you put them together, it looks just like that. It sounds really dumb to just practice swinging this from left to right across your body, but actually practice it for 30 seconds. Get comfortable with that motion. You're not going from side to side like this. Put a little swing into it. Put your hips into it. Make a little dance. The other thing is, don't point it forward. Keep in mind that even when you're practicing with an empty bottle, when you're actually doing this at work behind the job, you're going to have a full bottle, or at least a partially full bottle. Tipping it sideways, you can be pouring liquor out, and that is never acceptable. So from side to side, keeping it upright, and then with your left hand, rolling that tin. What I'm doing is kind of bringing it across my body and releasing right here off the tip of my fingers, so that it just rolls, and kind of pulling it back that way. All right. So get comfortable. You can do little ones to kind of get comfortable with that. Get bigger ones. I've seen some people really launch these up in the air. I've got a ceiling fan above me, so I'm not going to be doing that. Put them together, and there you have the move. This is a great transition move. That's why it's important to get comfortable doing it ambidextrously here, regardless of which item is in which hand. Because this one is kind of, when you're doing a routine, when you see flair bartenders behind the bar, a lot of them will revert to this because it's a great move to go into a lot of other moves. It's a really good transition move. And we'll start learning in upcoming weeks some of those moves that we're going to transition into. So that is this is called a swipe through, just like that. Practice that up and we'll see you next week.